And now let me welcome to this conversation Mr. Aditya Agarwal, Head Large Enterprise Lenovo India. Aditya brings with him many years of diverse experience in technology marketing. He has deep expertise in the whole gamut of IT marketing, product management, marketing strategy, marketing management, market research, advertising, CXO events, product launches, digital marketing, lead generation, database marketing, and corporate branding. Hello, Aditya. How are you doing?
Hey, Dipti, all good. How are you?
Great, Aditya. So, what do you have to say about all that Harsh has shared with us?
Hi, Harsh. I heard, and I think it takes great courage to say what Harsh has said. And, he's been very open about it. And I am just hoping that people across find inspiration, right? I definitely do, right? Because what he told about marks, right? That's something is in the minds of people. It's still not in the hearts of people, right? So they think about it, but in the end, when people get or kids get a report card, they still look at the difference between 100 and whatever marks that are there, right? So I am sincerely hoping that people when they hear this, they find that inspiration, and I certainly did.
Absolutely, Aditya, I agree with you. And a special mention to the parents. I think Harsh's parents have been very instrumental in that role because if they do not accept, the situation and they do not look at what, the positive outcome could be, then that gets very difficult for the child also. So I think Harsh was at a very impressionable age, but having parents that understood his strengths and asked him to focus on his strength, I think that was great. So we had to mention your parents, Harsh.
Of
And
course.
That's the I feel I'm lucky to have parents like them. I guess I mean Mark Anderson wrote a blog post that there are four kinds of luck which ends up being making a successful person. I don't remember all the four kinds, but yeah, this is one of the kinds of luck that I was sharp with.
Absolutely. And you're humble enough to accept a lot of things, so thank you so much once again. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I'll quickly now put forth a question that we would like to know your thoughts on, and
Sure.
we'll put it to both Harsh and Aditya. So I'll go with Harsh first. Harsh, according to you, what are the top IT challenges that you foresee going forward?
I feel privacy is a big challenge. I think a lot of systems that are currently being built are not for privacy. And for example, a lot of SaaS tools that are used in house uh, by companies do not support privacy of employees, and employer has access to everything, stuff like that, which I understand. But at the same time, I feel in the world that is going to be in the next 5-10 years, privacy is going to be a big uh, mechanism which large scale enterprise companies might need to look at, because most of the new age zillennials or Gen Z employees are privacy first and not like okay and not like feature first. Let's say that.
Mm. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing those pointers. And coming to you, Aditya, what are the top IT challenges that you foresee going ahead?
See, I'll speak mainly from what we deal with and what our customers deal with. Because if you look at it, the gamut is pretty vast on how do you use blockchain to coming down to very very minute stuff. But what we see around, and I echo what Harsh said, is that security and that includes privacy, data security. I think that's becoming more and more important because you have several tools like you talked about the SaaS tools, but what you also have is with whole pandemic coming in. People are no longer just working in offices, right? People are
Yeah.
working at homes. They are working from cafes. It's become work from anywhere today,
Yeah.
right? Today where I'm sitting is not where I was sitting yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So that brings in definitely new challenges from our security. And what I've seen on security, and I'll take it one step further on security, where I've seen a lot of companies grappling is how do you how do you find a balance between security and user experience?
Correct.
Right? You can be 100% secure, but people will hate you.
Yeah.
Or you can be 100% user friendly, but then your security is a nightmare, right? So I actually feel, and given technology companies, right, you have a demand for talent, and you want to retain people, right? And you don't want to say, hey, you are behind a firewall right now. So
Yeah.
this whole thing kind of encapsulates a lot of challenges that companies today are facing, and we need to find a solution around this.
The most private internet browser has the worst user experience in the world. So like,
Yeah.
so Tor is a browser, everyone uses it because it's private, but it's very bad. Like you will open a website like Google in 5 to 10 seconds, which is, by the way, a very bad load time.
Yeah. So finding that balance is what everyone is asking me, that, hey, how do we do this? And without, spending millions of dollars again, so you could do that, but, you need to make it feasible and viable to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Aditya and Harsh, for your valuable inputs. And I'll now leave you two great minds to discuss a lot more. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us and having this great conversation on Economic Times Cutting Chai Stories.